Hello and welcome to Skate Zone, brought to you by Roller Sports New Zealand, the first ever episode. I'm Craig Lord and he's Rob Vasey. Now the purpose of this show is to bring you all the news, highlights, interviews and information from the codes of roller sports into one spot, and we do hope that you enjoy it. There is so much out there in the world of roller sports. We really need to make sure you get to see everything. So coming up in this episode, we take a look at rink hockey from Europe and Australia. Brittany Baker catches up with a couple of fellow derby competitors.
It'll be interesting to see the two different teams and how they come together.
And we take in some highlights from the inline hockey match between New Zealand Māori and New Zealand All-Stars. But first up, we'll check out some news.
The International Cup, hosted in Macau from the 23rd to the 27th of March, provided a great atmosphere for the teams that attended. With fierce and competitive play, they put on a show that had contributed to the growth of roller sports in Asia. In rink hockey section, Basque and Sesimbra came down from Europe to join in the Southern Stars, Japan, Chinese Taipei, and of course the host nation Macau. Basque won the tournament ahead of Macau and Sesimbra coming in third. Southern Stars, Japan, Chinese Taipei were 4th, 5th and 6th respectively. For inline hockey, it was only the Asian teams attending, with Chinese Taipei taking the title over Hong Kong, with South Korea, China and Macau following suit. Back in New Zealand, the Northern Area Artistic Championships were held in Rotorua recently, with the Mount Wellington club taking a large haul of the silverware. Some of the standout performers included Hannah Calderon, Marissa and Heath Calderway and Mercedes Caracosa, all winning their dance divisions. In rink hockey news, the Australian Day Cup saw New Zealand's own Wellington team take out the senior men title from defending champs Melbourne in an action-packed final. Timaru got to see the Oceania Speed Championships from the 25th to the 29th of March, which saw New Zealand take out a number of prizes. This included all junior, cadet girls and boys, along with the Master Ladies and Men's 3000 team relay. The marathon results saw Mitchell Ross take out the 42k junior boys, Lee McDonald take out the junior girls 42k, and Anthony Nolder take out the senior men's. And finally, the New Zealand Inline Hockey have announced their senior men's team to compete in the 2016 IIHF qualifier in New Plymouth. This will see them compete against international teams contesting for places in the 2017 World Championships.
Now Europe is a stronghold for the game of hockey, and that means highlights are plenty. But our pick is a 7-point Portugal goal fest between Porto and Oliveirense.
Vitor Hugo, Gonçalo Alves e olha o gol da Oliveirense logo a abrir. Ricardo Barreiros faz 1-0 aos 3 minutos de jogo.
O Futebol Clube do Porto agora só se ouviram os homens da Oliveirense, festejam um gol de vantagem, 2 na eliminatória. As coisas correm melhor para já a equipa de vermelho no Dragão Caixa.
As equipas geralmente dão uma bola.
A procurar o remate, não conseguiu a primeira, a segunda, faz 2-0 a equipa da Oliveirense. É Carlos Lopes quem marca.
A bola sobra ali para o Futebol Clube do Porto, vai reunir ali junto à baliza. Helder Nunes é quem dá a palestra e vão tentando motivar-se os jogadores azuis e brancos.
Extremamente oportuno o Carlos Lopes e também o Barreiros a ter essa sentido de orientação de onde estava a bola. O Porto falhou a recuperação. Mata de Reinaldo Garcia, a bola a ser prensada no stick de... Golo do Porto! Helder Nunes! Na gaveta, golaço, golaço, golaço de Helder Nunes! A lançar a equipa do Futebol Clube do Porto no jogo a 14 segundos do tempo de intervalo.
Só faltava desta forma, de longe, a bola a sair para a gaveta. Bugby não consegue tocar nela, o Porto reduz a 17 segundos de ir para o intervalo. Golo que também criou ali algum sururu. Bugby não gostou da maneira como festejaram os jogadores do Futebol Clube do Porto, foi reclamar. O Porto reduz e por quem?
Pinto, bola no ferro. Incrível, a equipa do Porto não conseguiu marcar agora a resposta e a bola no ferro, lá está, terceiro golo da Oliveirense.
O lado da Oliveirense pede-se que arrebita a equipa do Futebol Clube do Porto no banco dos Dragões.
Sim, o Porto atira a bola ao poste.
Lá vai Gonçalo Alves a sair na finta.
Faz lá picadinho.
A colocar no poste, mas Bugby a conseguir defender. O Porto com mais um durante 2 minutos. Golo! Helder Nunes!
O Bugby não tinha hipótese, o Porto reduz 3-2. Vamos ver o que os Dragões conseguem fazer com praticamente 9 minutos para jogar.
Excelente gol do Helder, excelente gol.
Deixa para o Helder, a movimentar para o Reinaldo, a bola a bater no patinho Pedro, sobra ainda para o Porto, é o remate 3-3, Helder Nunes, a levantar o jogo, a levantar o pavilhão, 5 minutos e meio para terminar.
Em 15 dias ele tem a solução e o Porto está a um gol do empate da eliminatória, faltam 5 para jogar, é apoteose.
Todos a fazer o golo. Caio, Nelson Filipe, saiu na finta Caio, procura fazer alguma coisa, consegue marcar, Caio é colocar no primeiro poste e a fazer o 4-3 para o Oliveirense.
É, o gol de Caio, picou ali a bola sobre o braço direito de Nelson Filipe, 4-3 para a Oliveirense.
Numa primeira instância dá essa ideia, é o Caio quanto fim e terminar a partida com a equipa da Bolas a 3. A equipa do Futebol Clube.
Uma primeira fase fantástica e continuava, porque perder a Oliveira por um gol não era nada do outro mundo, nem nada do outro mundo. Agora eu realmente esperava aqui o Porto mais acutilante, mais
So obviously I didn't understand a word they were speaking because it was all in Portuguese. Maybe you can speak Portuguese, I can't, and neither can this guy, but Rob, you know the game, so you should be able to tell us who the standout players were for you from that performance.
Oliveirense had Carlos Lopez, number 18, outstanding player, plays for Argentina, also played for Barcelona when I met him in 2006. But you can't go past FC Porto, Helder Nunes, number 78, 3 goals. He was my player of the match.
You ever got 3 goals?
A few.
Really?
Yeah.
Show off. All right, well, obviously this show needs some much finer talent than myself and this chap. So we've recruited someone who can provide us with that. So it's time to introduce Brittany Baker, who had a quick chat with some of her fellow Derby competitors.
Hi, Bully T. James. What would a win today mean for Whakatane with all their preparation?
A win today would be fabulous, actually, because I think for Auckland Roller Derby and Whakatane Roller Derby, we're quite close in the rankings, and you know our team's quite similar, and yeah, we want to win. That would be great. Yeah.
You feel like you guys have done enough with your prep and coming into this game?
I know. Well, for us it's early in the season, but I think we've got enough experience to bring it today. So yeah.
Awesome. And what does roller derby mean to you? Like how you got into it, and what all about that?
Well, roller derby for me, I think it's kind of like really inclusive of everybody. Like you don't have to be a type of person to be in it, and I think that there are a lot of personalities that don't always belong, in society. So yeah, to me it's just like a big family, and yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
How long have you been involved with roller derby?
Oh, I think about 5 years, maybe, I think 4 or 5 years, yeah, so quite a while. But we started really fresh and not knowing what the heck actually roller derby was. We skated around and around in circles with no pads on and not even, just thinking, oh look, we're doing this crossover thing. And so yeah, we've grown since then. So yeah, it's awesome.
That's wicked. Well, all the best for today's game. We look forward to the result. Yeah, see ya. Hey, hi, McPherce. What does winning today for this game mean to you?
I'm not sure I should be discussing that with the opposition, but well, I'm just really excited to be playing our first game of the season, and obviously all of us are in this to win it, and it's a pretty special game for us because we just became WIFTA sanctioned, WIFTA apprentices, and so this is our first mock sanctioned game that we're playing. So, and it's a home game as well, so it's always nice to, it'd be nice to win our first game at home and our first mock sanctioned game. And as you will know, we're very close teams in the rankings, so it's definitely going to be an exciting battle, and I'm sure both teams want it really, really badly. So, yeah.
How do you feel going into this game with your season preparation and all of that with your league?
Well, we started back at training just at the beginning of February, so it's been like about a month, just over a month that we've been back at training, and we also had quite 8 of our skaters that went to full contact, which was a really big boot camp here in New Zealand, so that was a good way to kickstart the season. We're feeling pretty good about our team this year. We've always had like some really like big walls and bigger blockers here in the bay, and it's kind of just got bigger this year. Sometimes in Jammer Club we all stand looking at them all and think it's like Land of the Giants over where they're standing. So so I'm quite excited to see how that works, especially like against you guys. I always think Ardell are like a smaller team who work together as a unit really well, so it'll be interesting to see like the 2 different teams and how they come together today. So, but yeah, we're feeling quite good about our prep, and I mean I think everyone feels like there's always more they could have done, but it's game day, so we just bring it 100%, and yeah, hopefully it's enough.
So that's Brittany Baker. You can call her Baker, don't call her anything else. She's a roller derby girl and they don't mess around. Rob, would you get into the rink with... No? No, me neither. Now, as Rob mentioned earlier in the news, we had a Kiwi team challenging our Tasman cousins in the Aussie Day Cup, which they won. So here's a highlight package from that tournament. So the Aussie Day Cup, I'm not sure if they'll want to invite the Kiwis back, Rob, because they actually won. It's the first time, isn't it?
Outstanding, yeah. First time. New Zealand team's gone over and won it. We've tended to have a team there every year, but Melbourne seems to be the informed team, hard to beat. So for Craig Mackey, the captain of Wellington, also captain of New Zealand, take a team over, a few import players from around the country, outstanding.
Okay, well obviously there'll be more Trans-Tasman meets coming up, which include some of those players going into the New Zealand team.
That's right.
Will the Aussies be thinking much about the Aussie Day Cup or worrying about going, oh hang on, we've got to sharpen up, or will they not worry about too much?
Hard to say, but the majority of the players in Wellington, New Zealand players.
It's something for our Aussie brethren to think about. Now, sticking with hockey, but this time moving to the inline category, we move to the New Zealand Māori taking on the New Zealand All-Stars in an exhibition match. And here's some highlights of that action. So 8-5 to the New Zealand Māori. It was an exhibition match, so okay, it was just for a bit of fun and giggles. But players still have a lot of pride at stake, don't they?
They don't let up, Craig.
Yeah. Exhibition or not?
Yep.
Okay. The haka was great too, by the way.
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's the stuff. We like a good challenge. Now, time to take in the joys of the shredding quad skaters. But instead of a highlight reel, how about a tutorial on the basics with Lady Trample and Chicks and Bowls?
Take this pink ribbon off my eyes. I'm exposed and it's no big surprise. Don't you think I know exactly where I stand?
I'm Lady Trample from Chicks and Bowls. Today we're going to go through the basics of transition skating. With a little practice, I'll be shredding your local bowler ramp in no time. Step 1. Now what I want you to do is roll up the tranny at a medium speed forwards and come back down backwards, also known as fakie, and then come to a stop where you started. Now do this a few times until you feel comfortable. Step 2 is just a continuation of step 1. So now what I want you to do is roll up the tranny forwards and come back down fakie, just like before. But this time you're not going to stop. You're going to continue up the tranny behind you fakie and come back down forwards. This is a little more tricky than step 1. I like to keep my stance slightly staggered and always remember to keep those knees bent. Now we're rolling, it's time to get some speed. This is called pumping, and the idea is much like riding a swing. To pump, you want to swing your weight up the tranny, and at the top of your swing you're going to push your weight back down. Now practice this until it becomes a fluid and natural motion. Now you're able to skate forwards, fakie and generate your own speed. It's time to add some turns and jumps. This is easier than it sounds, you just have to be confident. All you have to do is turn your shoulders 90 degrees in the direction you want to go, lift your weight off your feet and your body will naturally follow. Last but not least is the drop-in. This is probably the most nerve-wracking of the basics for most skaters. Just put your back skate on the coping and step into the tranny with your leading skate. It's that simple. So that's it for our first Chicks and Bowls episode. We hope it helped, but more importantly we hope you had fun. Check out our links and follow our worldwide crew. Join our quest for world domination and skate like a girl.
So thanks to Lady Trample for a little bit of tuition on how to do that crazy stuff, chicks in bowls kind of stuff. Is that something you'd ever go at?
I tried it once, Craig. Never again. Just about killed myself.
Yeah, okay. He's obviously a wuss level. The taller you are, the wussier you are.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Okay, now there's some up and coming events, of course, in roller sports. We've grabbed a couple to mention for you. In Derby, we've got the All-Stars going to Gold Coast. That's for a Royal Rumble against the Australians. The Northern Nightmares will be taking on the River City Rollers at the Kensington Stadium in Whangarei. That's later on in April. And in Wellington, the Richter City All-Stars will be taking on Whakatane in the Roller Derby League. So plenty of battles in Derby. Inline, there's still stuff there too.
Lots of stuff happening with Inline, Craig. We've got April 20 to 25th. We've got the IHF qualifier senior men's and the international visiting teams contesting for the place in the 2017 World Championships. We've got the Nelson Whalers will host the New Zealand Secondary Inline Hockey, and that'll be held in Nelson in May. We've also got the Senior Women's Training Camp, which will be held in Auckland over the 21st and 22nd for the team, and they're heading to Italy.
Oh, big stuff.
Big stuff. They're heading to Italy in June, so that's going to be exciting. And also the New Zealand veterans. They're also heading to Italy as well, and they're training on the 28th of May before they head away. So.
Oh, see, big special trips in roller sports. Artistic, there's stuff happening there as well. The 2016 Artistic National Championships will be held again in New Plymouth this coming July. And of course, then there's more hockey again.
More hockey, rink hockey, New Plymouth, while they're holding the New Zealand training runs for the New Zealand team, which are getting ready for the Trans-Tasman later in the year.
Massive. So there's plenty to do, and for us, that's it. Now you can help us out and yourselves by sharing the show and providing us with your own news and information. Just email us, then you can also go on and check out our Facebook page. So for now, thanks for joining us, and until the next episode, it's goodbye from me, goodbye from him,
goodbye,
and we'll see you soon in Skate Zone.